All right. I'm starting to feel better today. So much so that we're just going to rock with the bedhead and not even care. So, yeah, I think I'm over whatever was affecting me, at least mostly. I didn't wake up tired today, you know? For the past like week, I've woken up tired every single day, and I didn't know why. I didn't wake up that way today. I don't know what to make. I kind of am out. Oh, wait, there's that bag. I don't feel like opening the bag. I really should be making. All right. I'm not used to having this much energy. My brain's processing information way faster than it has for the past 2 weeks. I have. Oh, I have two. We're gonna do a Sumatra. I haven't had a Sumatra blend in a while. We have two Sumatra left, which means this will be the second to last one. But I think I go grocery shopping tomorrow. I have to check the account and see when I can do that. But so we'll probably end up getting more Sumatra because how much donut shop do I have? Enough, but we're gonna need the big one. I really shouldn't because I should try and force myself to drink these midnight and French roast. They aren't that bad when you add like cream or sugar to them. Like not just cream, but creamer. I probably should have done that when I originally tried them. They're better when you add sweetness to them. Definitely suggest that for the midnight blend or the French roast from Aldi's. This week we start working on the house again. So number one plan is this stairwell. We already talked about that. I have been unable to get the little netbook working. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear apart the old PC, which I have set up in the living room attached to the TV. It's gonna be kind of annoying to do that, but it's way easier to move that little pre-built tower than it is my gaming and streaming PC. And if the cat happens to knock it off a folding table, well, I'll be pissed, but not as pissed as if I lose my $1,500 streaming PC. You know, so that's the plan right now. Is we're mostly going to be streaming, working on the house this week. There's going to be very limited gaming streams, if at all, because once I unplug the camera from the streaming PC, it messes up all the settings. It doesn't save the settings. I'm going to screenshot the settings so I can put them back, but I really don't want to reset the camera settings every day. So once I start that, we're just going to roll with the mobile, semi-mobile streaming setup, doing the housework until I'm done. And I'm going to do one more React stream today. Maybe a little bit of Elder Scrolls. Well, almost certainly a little bit of Elder Scrolls. It depends on the time, though, because I want to. There's an event going on in Elder Scrolls, so I need to wait until reset, which is 2 hours from now. That's probably about the right time, especially once I do some React. So we're gonna do react to some videos that I want to do while eating, and then we're going to do like one dungeon in Elder Scrolls. That'll be it, just to get the event done. And I'm doing vet dungeons again. I used to only do vet dungeons, but I was away from the game for 3 years, so I kind of didn't want to do that until I got my feet back underneath me. But now I'm only doing vet dungeons again, so the dungeons will be more interesting instead of just walking through them. Uh, we had a fun wipe on Banished Cells 2 last night. I ended up leaving the group because The thing about Banished Cells 2 is it's it checks every class actually, but it's mostly a DPS class. If the DPS are good, it's a really, really easy dungeon. But most DPS, even though like everyone queues DPS, most DPS suck. Uh, when the DPS suck, then you need a really good tank that can manage the ads that aren't getting deleted. And we also need a good healer because those ads start doing a bunch of damage and the ads also have a stun. So it's a really hard dungeon if the DPS suck. And if the DPS suck and the tank doesn't know what to do, then it's impossible. The tank wasn't listening to me for where to tank the main boss. So literally the entire dungeon was the rest of the group running around like idiots trying to avoid these giant Daedras that were coming up and stomping and stunning them, and I left. I wasn't the first one to leave. Actually, funnily enough, the DPS left first. It's always the dumbasses that are causing the problem that rage quit first, which it makes sense. They're used to getting carried, and there was probably always one good DPS in the group that did more damage than both of them combined. So they're used to getting carried in that dungeon if they've ever done that dungeon before. It blows my mind how people can have like 2000 CP and still not be good enough to finish one of the oldest dungeons in the game. Anyways, I'm done ranting for today. You might get to watch me rant about that a little bit later today on stream. Who knows? We don't get all the DLC dungeons because I don't have ESO Plus right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be queuing to vet because I wouldn't queue into a vet dungeon I don't know how to do. Actually, I've been queuing as healer, and healers don't really need to know mechanics except for don't stand in this thing that kills you. I used to queue as tank all the time, but I got really sick of that because people suck at healer too. And the tank, it's like so little you can do besides tank the boss. And then if the squad's wiping, the tank always gets blamed. Even if it's the DPS's fault for not passing the DPS check or the healer's fault for not healing the tank when he needs to block and can't use self heals or things like it's ridiculous. But anyways, I'm going to drink this coffee. We'll make some food and react to the videos I have. Do a little bit of ESO today. And then start pulling the stream setup apart so we can make the makeshift stream setup to work on this hallway here. All right, this stairwell. Cheers.